Scot-free goes to court in Mr. Miracle issue 4. Back at their home, Barda looks after the injured Scott. That is until light ray boom tubes into their living room. Barda isn't having any of the Highfather's crap and orders Light Ray to leave the house, but he refuses to leave. Scott comes out of his room offering Light Ray some coffee, learning that the Highfather has declared Scott an agent of Darkseid. Barda slaps Light Ray round a little as Scott brews some coffee. Light Ray says that he is to be on trial and Scott can choose his location given his rank as general. Thanks to having some equipment arriving at the house, Scott decides to have the trial there in their living room. Before the insulting Light Ray leaves, Barda beats him up some more. Later on, Barda wonders how many people will be coming, and that maybe they should go out and get some refreshments for the people coming. After completing his last show involving a wooden barrel and a speeding train, Scott returns home to the trial. Orion, Light Ray, and a security guy arrive, and the trial gets underway. Orion states that although they are gods, they are bound by the laws of the Source, meaning that the Highfather is responsible for appointing the accuser, the defender, and the judge for the trial, which he promptly appoints himself to all three. Orion makes the trial simple, saying Scott only needs to answer true or false questions, since if Darkseid is indeed manipulating Scott with the anti-life equation, then the questions will pick up on that. The questions come in rapid succession, the only interruption being one of Scott's packages arriving. Orion begins to get irate, continuing to call Scott Scot-free, which angers him because neither that or Mr. Miracle are his actual names, but rather the name of the performer he met on Earth long ago before donning his costume after he died. Scott doesn't know his real name and he never thought to ask his father about it. The questions turn to hate and Scott's hatred for Orion, himself, and God. Because of this, Scott attacks Orion, screaming at him until Barda comes to comfort him as he breaks down crying. Surprised by the attack, Orion judges him as guilty, saying Scott will have to report to him in 3 days for his execution. Orion, Light Ray, and the security guard leave as Barda continues to comfort Scott in their living room. Mr. Miracle issue 4 was another home run for Tom King as he opened up Scott's ongoing mental health issues in a respectful and pretty confronting way that blends a little comedy into the mostly serious issue, but not in a way that feels like two different kinds of comics being mashed together. I really enjoyed this ongoing metaphor of Darkseid and what he is, which is depression and mental health and everything, and it's such a fantastic way about breaching these type of topics in comic book form instead of actually having them just laid out. It makes it easier to digest in a way for a lot of people, and it's such a great way to delve into who Scot-free is, and it kind of makes sense that he would have these problems with mental health and depression and all sorts of stuff because of his upbringing and how awful it was, and I just love that the story is diving into that. I'm going to give this issue a 9.5 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.